The Home Office, I mean, talk about, what was it John Reid, the Labour Home Secretary, said in 2006, not fit for purpose? It still isn't.
Well, that was the reaction from Rob Bates, a research director at a think tank that I work with on this story, who did say that not fit for purpose very much sums up the state of the Home Office at the moment, because they aren't able to tell us how many of these deportation orders have been issued. They can say how many people they deported last year. Those figures were released last month. But when you ask the illegal migration minister, Michael Tomlinson, when was the last time you issued deportation orders, they've only got them up to September 2022, which in political terms is yonks ago. Yeah. It's far too long. And this comes at a time when there is, of course, grave concern about how people are tracking foreign national offenders in Britain.
Yeah.
Robert Jenrick, the former migration minister, has said recently that there's insufficient transparency in how the government is doing this. He's calling for an amendment to the criminal justice bill that would require nationality, immigration and visa status to be listed when someone commits a crime. That would give more information towards the gap on deportation and foreign criminals. But to know how many have been deported but not how many have been issued an order does point to a potential. There is a significant gap there.
And what is the position, Charlie? Is every foreign national who commits a crime automatically deported with an leave, or does it depend on the severity of the offence?
I don't think it's automatic, and some are released on bail and are given delayed in the process.
And then disappear.
And then that is another concern. I mean, speaking to seniors in the Home Office last night when I had this story firmed up, they said to me that because we've reduced our detention capacity so much, just 2,200 spaces in the country, that means it's getting more and more difficult to remove people quickly, which then invites that legal process. Now, they did also point out that we do actually get rid of some pretty nasty people on a regular basis. Some 17,700 people deported since January 2019. There are regularly escorted removals to countries such as Albania and Jamaica, very typical destinations for these returns. But at the same time, to not know how many of these orders have been issued does point to a gap potentially between the numbers that need to be removed.
Isn't there about 11,000 foreign nationals in our prisons which are bursting at the seams? I don't know why we don't deport all of them when they commit the offence. Kick them out.
Yeah, it's definitely an over-representation with regards to the prison population and foreign national offenders. And at the same time as we're reducing the detention capacity to remove people, we're also losing prison population space as well. I mean, the size of the army is shrinking very aggressively. It's now less than the prison population. Prison population's less than 80,000 now.
So they probably do know these figures, Charlie, but they're just not revealing them.
Well, the problem they've said is that when the FOI went in, they said that due to significant disruption to their information management, they're unable to acquire it.
What does that mean?
Well, we do know that last year the Chief Inspector of the Borders did say that there was a major problem with information management. They're going through a disruption. They're changing their systems at the moment. But the Foreign National Offender Returns Command, the team that leads on this, said that there was no single version of the truth on this data. Another staff member told the reporter that they would not be comfortable releasing data to the public. And they also said, thankfully, that's not my job, they said.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. It's not... I mean, we're entitled to know.
Well, the Home Office tell us that they don't recognise our claims, and they say that data is available, but we've not seen it for 2023.